Toro y Moi.
Lyle.
What has been the most persistent thought on your mind lately?
Persistent thought. Other than like food.
It can be food. Whatever the truth is.
I have this thing. It could be a beige flag, but I think about the next meal even when I'm eating a meal.
Now, do you feel as though that takes you out of the moment of the meal that you're currently eating? I think that would be my main flag with that problem. Like, does it keep you out of the moment, or are you simultaneously enjoying your meal while enjoying the fact that there shall be another?
Both. It's that one. The second is I prefer. I mean, hopefully I'm eating something delicious.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know I need to start thinking about this now because usually, like, my wife isn't thinking about the next meal. So it's kind of my job as well.
Do you eat healthy?
I try to at least do like a salad a day.
Okay. When you're going all out, when you're throwing caution to the wind.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
By myself, we're talking.
Yeah, I guess by yourself. When you're by yourself and it's dark and you're alone.
For example, last night,
yeah,
I went and got some omakase sushi.
That's cool.
I just walked in there solo and they were like, yeah, we have a serving left for you. It's a set plate or whatever. And that's the kind of shit you want to do by yourself anyways. It's like, just like sit quietly and watch the chef make these pieces of sushi for you and you get to indulge. Do
you and your wife ever indulge in do you like anything shitty? Like, do you ever go to like Jack in the Box or McDonald's or anything like that?
Our thing is In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
What else do I like? In-N-Out usually happens on road trips, guaranteed. I'm kind of like obsessed with trying to eat healthy though.
Really? How long has that been a thing for?
5 years ish.
Are you
really trying?
Are you doing a good job?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I think what helps even more is I started running.
Oh, okay.
I run like 2 miles like every other day.
You know what's about here? Every time I try to eat healthy or like get in shape, I'm always severely discouraged by the fact that no matter what I am going to do, I'm gonna die. Like, I can't outrun or eat healthy in my own death. So, and I know this isn't a healthy mindset, but a little part of me is like, let's just sprint to the finish. You know what I'm saying? Let's just ride the wave of like gummy bears and video games to the grave, because that's where we're gonna end up anyway. But that's probably nihilistic, right? That's not good.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I will put down a whole bag of Doritos.
Okay.
With no shame.
Cool Ranch?
Whatever. Give me any bag of Doritos.
How long have you been married for?
10 years this year.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's hard, but it's amazing.
Why is it hard?
Oh, man. I'm sure everyone will say this or would say this, but it's a lot of, sacrifice, of course. But like, the me time is less. You have to think about food. Mm-hmm. It's hard. It's hard to think about food for yourself. So like thinking about food for like other people, even if it's on tour, like I'm like, when's it the band meal? When are we?
Sure.
Who's eating out or who's ordering in? So yeah.
Do you have a kid?
I do. I just had a baby girl.
Oh, mazel tov.
Thank you.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Yeah, it's a whole new world. It's some people might say major leagues.
Were you nervous before you had a kid, or were you like, I'm ready?
I was nervous as hell. Yeah, I was so nervous. All of these things that I was making up, like, what if I can't, blah, blah, blah. I was totally just psyching myself out.
Yeah.
And then I just accepted that, things might get chaotic, but it's kind of just part of it.
And of the things you were nervous about, what if I can't, blah, 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 how many of those blah, blah, blahs came true?
None so far.
None so far.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I will say I was in my own personal lockdown for 6 months. And like,
oh, sure.
I was like not going out to socialize or band practice or making music in the studio. That was the hard part. I'm just now out and about trying to like get back to my life.
But so, okay. So the things you were nervous about didn't come true. But then were there any problems where you were like, holy shit, I was too busy nervous about these things that didn't even happen, that I didn't even think about this thing? You know what I'm saying? Like a new problem that didn't even occur to you might be a problem.
Sort of. Yeah. Like things like the amount of driving you're going to have to do, the amount of time it takes to put a car seat in and out of the car just to get a coffee or whatever. Like your tasks just become twice as long.
What's your earliest memory? Like how old were you when you can remember your conscious being alive?
Usually the memories I can remember from childhood are like the fondest memories.
Sure.
So I have memories of like my dad pushing me in a wheelbarrow.
That's really nice.
Stuff like that.
Do you have a good relationship with your dad?
Yeah.
That's cool. What's he doing?
My dad's good. He used to be a branch manager at a bank.
Nice.
So like I was around like finance, sort of, not people, but like just hearing him come home from work talking about whatever. I was like, I'm not getting into banking.
Do you think about like finance stuff a lot? Like, do you have a Roth IRA?
Maybe. I don't think about finance stuff often, but I do know what is necessary to help make things last.
Sure.
But yeah, I do invest money, and it's once you get to that point, it's kind of bittersweet because you have to put a big chunk of your savings away, and you just can't touch it. But yeah, it's tricky. It's not fun to save money.
What if I told you secretly this is actually a finance podcast? And we're going to be talking about Roth IRAs. We're going to be talking about stock options.
Let's go.
We're going to be talking about what percentage of your portfolio to keep in cash versus to put in the market versus to look at a rental property.
Yeah, it's all about location.
What about your mom? What's her deal?
Similar. She was more on the back end of like the finance world, and she was just like the person making wire transfers and stuff like that.
Have your parents ever come to one of your shows?
Often, yeah.
That's cool. Are they supportive of the dream?
They are supportive, all the way from the start, whether it be lessons. My mom got me my first guitar from a pawn shop.
Nice.
And then for my 15th birthday, they even got me like a portable 4-track. 4-track recorder.
Oh, 4-track recorder.
And yeah, they've been there.
Do you feel like you are living the dream, or is there like, I mean, you've been in the game for so long.
Yeah.
Do you feel what's the next dream for Chaz?
Well, I've always, if we're talking music, because that's my main dream, is to keep doing this, just make it sustain. But within music, I would love to do like scoring movies or making movie compositions, and even working with an orchestra. I'm really inspired and influenced by like film composers like Francis Lay or Ennio Morricone and stuff like that. So just whenever I listen to that stuff, it sounds like such a masterpiece, but those dudes have hours and hours of masterpieces.
Yeah.
I'm like, how? So I just want to learn that. I'm sure there's a team, but like still just to hear it in your head and get it on paper is the tough part.
Is there a film series that you want to score? Like you want to like do the next like the 5th SpongeBob movie or like something like that? Can you name like a franchise you're like, I want to be a part of? I want to get a song in The Mandalorian type of thing?
Sure. I mean, I love... I do love working... or like... I guess I'm just gonna say it like this. I like
Go ahead.
A24's music,
Yeah, sure.
or I like the Safdie brothers
It's cool.
type stuff. Stuff where the music is usually kind of ominous and
Bro, did you watch The Curse?
yeah, I love the music.
It's crazy.
Yeah, super good. Definitely would work with Nathan. I like right now I'm really into Conor O'Malley.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Bro, have you seen that like a half-hour Vine compilation of him screaming at cars in New York City?
No.
All right, you got. I don't know if next time you have a half hour, go on YouTube.
Yes.
And it's just him. Like he's kind of doing stuff that like anyone else would get like the cops called on them for.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, his shit is fucking sweet. Are you into comedy a lot? Like
I try to keep up with comedy.
Who do you like?
Xing Wang.
Sheng Wang. Okay, I know who that is.
I like who else? I mean, well, there's that online celebrity or online comedian. Who's that?
Oh no, that's you were to say something.
I've been slowly getting more intrigued by Dax Flame.
Dax Flame. Oh, dude, bro, that's my boy. No, he's Dax is killer. He's a fucking good dude. He's a fucking good dude.
I feel like musicians and comedians, there are a lot of parallels there because they're on the road.
Yeah,
and they're with the people face to face. No matter how much fame and fortune comes by, we're still dealing with people, hecklers, whatever it may be.
Okay, I'm open to being wrong about this, and I'm curious your perspective. So I mean I do like my live shows, but I don't like. I used to do stand up for like 6 years.
Yeah,
and the thing is, like, in my eyes, bad music, like if you go to a bar and someone's playing guitar or they're singing or they're rapping or whatever it is and they're not that good, is significantly less painfully horrible than comedy, because you can kind of just like sit through like there, because with stand up there's a necessary reaction, the laughter, to gauge how well the performance is going.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's maybe it's like people getting, like, you count the number of foot taps or head nods.
Yeah.
And if the foot taps and the head nods aren't there, you're bombing. But I feel like a bomb is more disgustingly apparent in the comedy universe than in the music universe. Do you agree? Do you disagree?
I could see that, but there's like different levels of awareness with comedy where it's like, is this anti-comedy kind of thing?
Sure.
And I feel like with music, if you look at like what Corey Feldman is doing and stuff, where it's kind of like, this is bad on purpose type. Is that his name?
Who's Corey Feldman?
The guy from the 80s.
I think I have a guy in my head, but I don't know if it's that guy. He makes music
What's the
now?
chat saying?
What is the chat saying? The chat said, the chat says Geck looks greener today. Yeah, sometimes I think
I think it is. Yeah. No, it's not. They're saying who's Corey Feldman.
They said, here's what'll happen. You were telling me that this is the first time you've been on
a live stream.
On a live stream.
Yeah.
So and you're not well versed in the Twitch universe, right?
No.
So the Twitch chat will often, like, you would so a Twitch chat, it's like hundreds of people. You would think hundreds of people having a discussion with each other, or even like attempting to have a discussion with the stream that they're watching. But what it really is hundreds of people just talking to themselves. And like, a lot of times, like, I'll be like talking to somebody on the phone for a while, and I'll look at the chat, and the chat is saying like, I'm sitting on the toilet farting, and it has nothing to do with anything that I'm even talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Totally. I mean, it's there just for people to hub.
Like, someone just wrote, "Don't eat peanuts in bed." That has nothing to do with anything that we've been talking about.
They're just there to make friends. Basically.
I don't even think they're there to make friends.
I'm not here to make friends.
You know what we should do?
What's that?
We should take a phone call.
Okay, let's do it.
Do you? I was talking about. Are you familiar with?
Yeah, it's sort of like the call in for advice kind of thing.
Yeah. Sometimes it's advice. Sometimes we're just chatting. Okay. But I'm curious to see what's going on in the airwaves today.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Lexi.
Hello, Lexi. I'm Lyle, and this is Chaz.
I'm Chaz.
Hey. How's it going?
It's going good. And how are you?
Do they know they're on therapy, Gecko?
I don't know.
Did you know you're on
That's
therapy,
cool.
Gecko? Okay, cool. That's cool. Okay. As long as we're all on the same page.
Yeah, we'll get there. What's up?
Okay, so I got invited to a friend's baby shower. But it's been a while since I talked to her. She had this boyfriend at the time, like a few months ago, I guess. And they were going through some problems, right? And this guy was threatening her by threatening me and my husband. So my husband he was on like house arrest for selling LSD back in the day.
Okay.
And this guy was telling his girlfriend, my friend who's pregnant now, who invited me to the baby shower, that he would call the cops on my husband and say that he had like a bunch of drugs in the house. And of course we didn't. So that happened a long time ago. Apparently now she is back with that same guy. And I don't know, is it weird if I go to the baby shower? Should I feel offended or should I get over it?
I think I need to know all the characters one more time.
Yeah, I don't know if I followed the thread
So
very well.
Okay, just say it one more time for me.
Okay, yeah. So me and my husband were threatened by my friend's ex-boyfriend.
Okay,
He
ex-boyfriend.
threatened to call the police and say that we had a bunch of drugs. She broke up with him, got back
Okay.
together with him
Oh.
recently. And now I don't know if I should be supportive. I mean, obviously I should, right? I don't know.
Is he going to be at the party?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I guess if I should even just be supportive or around that, them, because what if the same thing happens again? He's still dealing with
Right.
he just barely got a court date. He got off on like a year probation for selling all the LSD, which is great, but he still has to be on probation for the next like 6 months. So we have to be careful.
So how does your friend, the wife, feel about y'all showing up? Does she want y'all there?
Well, yeah, she invited me. I kind of did not text her back for a while because I was still thinking about it. But I don't know if I'm being a big baby about it.
Yeah. Is your husband going as well? Does she want him to go?
Oh, well, they actually work together. Yeah, so they're pretty much always together. They're still friends. And I guess he's the one that should be more hurt about her getting back together with the guy that threatened him in the first place. But he's all right, I guess. I don't know. I never asked him about it.
You have any questions?
What kind of food is going to be at this baby shower?
Hopefully something vegan because I'm vegan, but I doubt that.
Do you know if there will be vegan options there? Because if they're telling you that there's not going to be vegan options there, you can use that as an excuse to not go.
That is very true. I mean, we are like a really traditionally Mexican town, so it's probably just going to be like barbecue and like carne asada and stuff like that.
Okay. You could also do this. You could ask her if she can make a vegan option, and if she goes, well, I don't really want to do that because, it's a pain in the ass. And you're the only one's going to eat it. Then you could be like, well, look, if you don't, it sounds like you don't really want me there.
Yeah, I would say it's give your partner the option to stay back or if he wants to go, but also maybe just go early and leave early. Just like be the first person to get there and first person to leave.
Yeah. Okay, so this is this person's baby shit. Do you like this person even?
Well, okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, obviously, I love her. She's been there for me for a long time.
Okay.
But at the same time, what if this guy's going to be around all the time? I don't want him to know where I live anymore. Good thing we
Sure.
moved, from the last place. He hasn't been here yet.
Yeah.
But he's like a huge, like, cokehead, transphobic, homophobic, abusive
jeez.
guy. So I don't know.
Man, how yeah, my gut instinct is just to hang back. I don't know. Sounds like a tough friendship.
Yeah, it's been.
But definitely send a gift, send a card.
Oh,
Send him something vegan.
You could send them something vegan.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just a girl's time. That's all you need. You don't need to bring in the husbands.
yeah. I kind of had to confirm that with other people who were going. I asked if he was going to be there. Apparently, it's just going to be a girls' thing. So,
Okay.
I should be safe.
Oh,
Well,
I think it should be okay.
that might be the way to go.
what's your name
Yeah.
again?
Lexi.
Well, Lexi, let us know. Let us know if you end up going. Let us know if it turned out okay.
Yep, I will do that.
Well, thank you for calling, Lexi. Is there anything else you want to say
Thanks.
to the people of the computer or to me or to Chaz before we go?
Oh shoot. Can I get like a poodle pincher 956?
What did you just say?
What's that?
I think people in the chat will get it if they get it.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Have you ever been in a situation like that?
Often. I am often the one that wants to back out last minute. That's my bad.
Do you get invited to a lot of parties?
Yeah.
What's the coolest party you've ever been invited to?
Oh man, the coolest party I've ever been invited to. I think last tour, we did this tour, this like festival called Reset.
Cool.
Me, Steve Lacy, and James Blake, and Fouché. And yeah, Steve Lacy had a birthday party here in New York.
Nice.
Really fun. Yeah, I almost didn't go because I'm like,
Why'd you almost not go?
I had a flight the next day. It's always like that. It's like get too drunk and then you're hungover on your flight. It's just like
Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't strike me, or maybe you had a period and you're over it now,
Yeah.
but you don't strike me as a crazy party guy.
I can hold my liquor.
Okay.
I'm not crazy party, but I like to party.
Do you like drugs? Do you like cocaine and
No,
ketamine and
no.
2C? You know what? You heard of that one? 2C. It's like
Don't know 2C,
it's like,
but
it's
no.
like pink. It's like Hello Kitty fied cocaine.
No, don't mess with my nose.
MDMA.
I like the natural stuff.
Okay.
I will say though, I have done ketamine therapy.
You did ketamine therapy.
I did ketamine couples therapy, and it's really
Fucking really?
it's cool.
Dude, tell me what that was like.
Basically, yeah, they have you. It was through a licensed therapist in California, but yeah, they give it to you and your partner, and they give you these eye blinds and headphones, and they just sort of like let you process that, and you can have more if you want to go deeper into that realm. I say that at a single dose. It was enlightening. It was good. I liked what it did. I'm somewhat familiar with the effects of psychedelics, but coming out of it was like coming out of a dream. Like you're just very much like woozy, and then afterwards they sort of just talk about what did you see, how does it affect you, and but the couples aspect, it wasn't as like, now talk about this thing that's been your problem or something.
Sure, yeah.
It was more like they just have you both lay down next to each other and sort of like be together in another world kind of thing.
Have you and your wife since then just like done the non-therapeutic version of that and just like gotten a bag off of Telegram and
I have not.
recreated it?
No.
Okay. Well, did you learn anything new about your partner?
Yeah, she can go harder than me.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, most women, yeah, are way stronger than men, I would say.
Do you have you ever thrown a crazy party, or do you don't like throwing parties?
I have thrown parties. They're not crazy though. They're like 20 people.
Okay, you throw like little like gatherings.
I throw gatherings. I don't throw parties where it's like,
Okay.
unless if I want it to get crazy, I'll do it not in my space.
Is there a drug experience or something like that you hope to do one day, or have you hit your quota for lifetime?
I'm sure I'll be ready for the heavier things later in life.
Wait, you'll be ready for the heavier? Like you're gonna be like 70 and doing?
Yeah,
heroin?
Not even that. No, heavy as in like ayahuasca and stuff like that.
Oh shit! Is that on your docket?
I do find that stuff interesting. I've never done it. Don't think I'm ready. Don't think I need to do it. But yeah, the stuff that's growing out of the ground, I trust.
How about lean?
No.
Lean looks like it tastes good though.
I don't like fruit flavors, so it's probably not my thing.
What do you mean you don't like fruit flavors? Aren't all flavors are? Can you name a single flavor
here's
that's not fruit?
The childhood memory that really turned me off was like when kids would drink like a blue squeeze juice bottle and like their tongues blue. I would get so grossed out by that.
I'm going to talk to you about something crazy real quick before we take this other call. So at some other bodegas here in New York, they have a Skittles flavored beverage.
Mm-hmm.
And they have 4 versions of it. They have regular Skittles, tropical Skittles, wild berry Skittles, and sour Skittles. And I tried the regular Skittles, and it tastes like something that, from what you've just described to me, you would spit out in disgust.
I'm positive.
It's all the fruit flavors that you hate combined into one drink. You got to try it just to say you did. That would be that would be your version of doing ayahuasca. Would be the Skittles drink.
To me, any fruit flavor, it's the juice box thing, but also the trauma comes from medicine, like Robitussin. I mean, like, it's cherry flavored. Drink it. And I'm like, that's not cherry.
I love, but I like the flavor of NyQuil, and that's what lean looks like. It tastes like is just a bunch of NyQuil.
Yeah, kind of like a sweet syrup.
I did stand up when I was in high school, and I had this joke, but it was a real thing that I did.
Yeah,
where I would talk about how I love NyQuil so much that when I would take Dayquil, I would chase it with NyQuil.
What?
Because it tastes so good, man. And then Dayquil tastes like shit because it's not fruit flavored. All right, let's take a phone call. Let's talk to some people. Let's see what's going on.
Are all your calls this heavy?
We're going to find out.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello? Hey.
Hello.
What's up?
Is this the Gecko guy? Hey.
Yeah, this is 2 Gecko guys tonight. Lucky you.
That's right. Lucky me. What's going on?
What's going on, man? How can we get you today?
Well, I don't know. I'm sitting here working on a knife handle. I make knives for a living.
Oh,
okay.
All right. What do you do with those knives that you make for a living?
Well, I sell them. I don't do anything with them, really. I just make them.
Do you have an Etsy shop?
Oh, there
Do you
is an
sell them
Etsy shop.
Knives do well on Etsy.
Well, what's that?
I said knives do well on Etsy.
Oh, yeah. My boss, I think he sells a lot of them on Etsy.
Are you afraid that your knives will be used to kill people?
Not really. Most of them are like kitchen knives. I don't think there's a whole lot of murders happening with kitchen knives.
Okay. So back in high school, there used to be like this scam. I think it was a company called Vector Marketing. Do you know what this is?
No.
Where they would like quote unquote employ high school kids to go around doing these presentations to people. Do you know what this is, caller?
Like Cutco?
Cutco, yes, the Cutco shit.
Wow.
There you go. Yeah.
Is that
Well,
what did you used to
when
do
I
that?
started doing this job, when I started doing this, I had friends ask me if it was Cutco. I had never heard of it, but
Okay.
it's not that.
So all right. So you make knives. I feel like look,
Yeah.
I looked at your texts and I called you back and I don't remember. You sent me like a bunch of different things. Is there let me ask you this: is this something you wanted out of this phone call that we can help you with?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what to do with my life in a very general sense. I was going to school up until kind of the end of last year, and then I had a big crisis moment and ended up dropping out. And I want to do stand-up. That's kind of the dream. So I think it's kind of cool that you used to do that. We can talk about that if you want. But I want to do that, but I'm doing this knife thing. And so I don't know.
Well, do the knives make you happy?
They do. I like doing it a lot. But like I'm going crazy not being able to do stand-up. I was doing a lot of stand-up while I was in school. And now
when you say you were doing stand-up in school, were you like just telling jokes to your friends, or you were like going to the open mics?
No, I was going to the mics. We had like a club that we would do mics every week, and we like paid a big comedian to come out, and I got to open for him, so that was cool. And
who was it?
so I'm Joe List. Do you know him?
Joe List. Oh yeah, of course. That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah. No, it was really cool. He was a really great guy.
That's awesome. So you want to do comedy and sell knives? I mean, that sounds like a cool life.
Sounds doable.
That sounds doable.
Yeah,
I feel like you have achievable dreams.
Sure. The problem is that to do knives, I need like workshop space, and getting workshop space in any city with a real comedy scene is like expensive. So that they're kind of at odds with each other. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. So where are you making your knives right now?
Right now, I'm in the middle of nowhere in Indiana. I'm living with my parents, and I'm making knives.
Where are you making the knives though? Have you just
in your
like
parents' house?
Yeah. Well, like where in your parents' house?
It's this guy that I work for. He has a workshop.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, how far are you from the next major city?
Indianapolis is like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're working for. See, I thought you were making the knives. You're self-employed, but if it's someone else's shop, that's different.
But here's the thing, though. Like, when you say it's too far from a major comedy scene, are you like, oh, I need to move to New York or LA or Chicago right now? Because I'm sure you can have a great time doing comedy in Indianapolis. There's Helium there. I'm sure there's some bar shows there, like
Bloomington.
You know, I don't know how.
There's some stuff. I have a hard time driving 3 hours for 5 minutes of stage time. Especially when I could be working and making money. You know what I mean?
Can't you get a job closer to the city?
Maybe. I wouldn't be doing the knives then, but
you seem like you love knives, man.
Sounds like the knives are really like fun.
I like
there's
both.
knives everywhere. What do you mean you can't get a job in knives in Indianapolis? They have knives there. How do you think they eat food or kill?
It's like it's a weird business where like a lot of guys are just like one-man shops and they don't want anybody helping. Like I basically do everything in this shop. My boss just like owns it. He doesn't actually make anything.
All right. Well, how much time do you have to dedicate to the comedy now with this job, with the knife job?
Well, I make my own hours. So kind of as much as I want, but again, I just have a hard time driving that much.
I can't get over the fact that you feel like you can't get a job in knives in Indianapolis. Does it have to be knives? Can you?
No.
Can you do anything? Can you sacrifice? It sounds to me like you got to make a real Sophie's choice in your life.
Yeah.
Between two hilarious options, knives and open mic stand-up comedy. And
fair enough.
Either one, both sound like they're going to lead to a real interesting life. So I kind of feel like you can't go wrong with what you choose to do.
Well, I want to ask, how's your relationship? What was that sound?
That was the sound. I think he hung up.
Okay.
We can call him back though.
If you want.
Yeah, we'll call him back. I feel like do you want to call him back?
If you want, man.
All right, yeah. Well, I want to know if there's a conclusion to this. Although I think his phone just he sent me a bunch of texts. He said
call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
I tell you what, man, like each call is going further and further.
Yeah. Well, I got to ask you after talking like what have you well, all right, that was Knife Comedy Guy. Rest in peace. How do you feel like you've learned anything about the human experience from any of the people we've talked to so far?
Oh, yeah. I mean, nothing that's catching me up by surprise.
Sure.
Like we're all sort of trying to figure this out.
Yeah, life is crazy.
Yeah. So, if anything, it's just reminding me there's tons of people that have things going on that you can't see.
Sorry, guy, I feel like I interrupted you.
No, I was just this morning I saw someone get called a slur, and it just almost like turned into a fight, and I was just like, and then he just kept walking. The guy that was offended, he kept walking, and was just, he looked like a normal guy who just got out the gym, but he was still just like pissed and like screaming and cursing in the streets, and now he looks like the crazy one when he was having a normal day.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, this is not good.
Has your life gotten better every year?
Gotten better when?
Every year.
Every year.
Can I ask how old you are?
37.
Like, was your life better than when you were like 27?
I don't know.
Really?
I mean, I'm in a better position. I have more freedom, I would say.
Being in a better position what's the difference between life being better and being in a better position? They sound like
freedom. Okay.
Do you feel better? Do you wake up happier?
I do, or I should say a sense of freedom. It's actually more, it's almost like more tiring and harder to make decisions when you aren't bound to something and you're just like, what do I do? So it is catch-22 for sure. But I do like being able to just have my own life and schedule.
So you feel like you're more free at 37 than you were at 27? But the freedom has caused there's like a freedom paralysis in your brain.
Well, it's more of a track. The older and more successful, I should say, you get. Because as cliche as it sounds, more money, more problems.
Sure.
So like 27, I didn't have as many problems. I didn't have a house or a car, or 2 dogs, a wife and a family. So it's like, it really just like...
That sounds so cool though. You sound like you're like... Now when I hear all that shit, like when I see a guy who has like a wife and kids and a dog and a house, I'm like, that guy's a real person. That's like insane.
But it's common.
Seems insane to me. I know it's so common, and yet it seems like and it's so common, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of my dream sometimes. It's like I dream of being like a real person. Like I see like you see like Mr. Beast. Mm-hmm. Or like that guy's not a real guy. That guy, every thought he has is like a knife in his lungs, like
there's lots of marketing behind it.
Yeah, and like you see a guy with a house, you're like, that guy. I like the idea of. I feel like I've spent a lot of time in like existential dread, and I like the idea of life as a real person, where it's like, all right, I have like 3 things that I think about and that's all I need to figure out. And
Totally.
if I take care of my kids and my relationship, and we keep the house, then I can jerk off and play video games for the rest of the time. You know what I mean?
I just saw like a young person just like singing in their headphones, dancing in the street and stuff.
Yeah, that sounds awful. I don't want to do that.
I was like, I don't even remember what it feels like to be like that. Like I'm like that. I am not. I'm a different kind of happy now.
Yeah.
Like the happiness just shifts.
Yeah.
And the sadness shifts too. It's like, but I would say I'm happier now, but I'm a little bit more bound.
You're painting a paradoxical picture a little bit, but but I'm trying to understand it because it seems like a paradoxical position.
Life is a paradox.
Yeah, because you were saying you feel free but yet bound.
Correct. Because
it's fascinating.
I'm free to make my choices. Before I couldn't decide where or how I wanted to use my time.
Do you feel like you make good choices?
Yeah.
Do you trust yourself?
For the most part.
Have you always trusted yourself?
Trusting myself has got me here. I'm not mad at it, but do I always trust myself? I have doubts. But at the same time, I know what I like. I do things. I mean, music especially is for yourself. I want to make sure you like it.
Yeah.
Same for comedy, I guess.
Sometimes I get scared. So you ever once you have like graduated college,
right?
You really have to have a moment where you're like, oh no, I'm in charge of my own life, and I think I might also be a fucking idiot, which means that that means a fucking idiot is in charge of my life, you know? But I'm the same thing. Like, my life decisions have gotten me here, but sometimes, also, so part of me is like, all right, I have a good track record for taking my life in the direction I want it to be, but it could have all been luck. Do you ever feel that way, or are you like, or in your head, are you like, I am a competent captain of this shit?
Oh, I know 100%. Luck has a part, plays into it as well.
Yeah.
Like that Steve Lacy tour I mentioned, that only happened because I happened to be eating a slice of pizza outside of my green room when he walked by.
Whoa!
And he was like, "Oh, yo, I got this thing I'm setting up. Actually, you should open." I was like, "Sure. I mean, if it works out," and it worked out.
I thought it was gonna be like, "Oh, well, you also like anchovies? You should come open for me."
But I would say that's luck. That's not hard work necessarily. But hard work did get me to the point where we're at the same festival.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a balance for sure. I wouldn't contribute it 100% to luck. There's strategy involved, I would say.
Yeah.
You gotta choose, your adventure.
I get it. I feel lucky that I was like born, I'm very lucky that I feel like, I was born with arms, shit like that. It could have all. That's why I like talking to. That's what's interesting about talking to people on the internet.
Yeah,
is it's like a window into, I guess, what any version of life could have been. Even if someone's talking about a situation and you're talking to them long enough, and it's like, I think this person got themselves into this. You're like, yeah, but if I had that brain, that might be there too. But I don't know. I can't make sense of any of it.
That's a hard one. That's like a chicken and the egg kind of thing.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of things at play.
Let's talk to someone on the computer. You want to talk to someone on the computer?
Sure.
Let's do that shit.
Do it.
Attention listeners of the Therapy Gecko podcast. Did you know that I do a live version of this podcast on stage, in person, in front of real people, and that I'm doing this live show in several cities across the United States and Europe this fall, and that tickets are available right now at therapygeckotour.com or at the link in the episode description? It is all true. I'm currently on my third tour doing Therapy Gecko live all around the country, and it is the most fun, sick, amazing thing ever, and you should come out and be a part of it. The shows involve a mix of material and presentations from myself, combined with a group gecko therapy session where members of the audience come on stage to share things from their lives in front of a big group of people, just like we do here on the podcast. Whether you're a fan of the podcast or you have no idea what this is and you clicked on it by accident, you're going to have a great time at the live show. Once again, tickets are available right now at therapygeckotour.com or at the link in the episode description. These are really fun shows. They're always wild. They're always unpredictable, and I hope to see you guys there.
Motherfucker, you gotta be lying.
What's up?
Hello.
Damn.
How are you doing, Chaz?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm excited to talk to you all.
Yeah, man, shit, I'm doing great, man. My Steelers just got Brandon Ayuk, man. We doing great today, man. I'm in a great mood, but I do need some help with some shit, though. I ain't gonna lie.
What's up?
Man, it's gonna sound stupid as shit, but you gotta hear me out, man. And this is a problem that I completely got myself into. So, check me out, right? I'm horrible with money, right? I'm terrible with it. Bro, I be spending dumb shit, like spending money on dumb shit, OD, all the time, right? But the problem is, man, is that I make a lot of money to spend that money by trapping. And I need to figure out a way how to stop trapping, bro. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, I make a good amount of money from it, bro. And it's crazy, man, because I don't know what to do for a career, because I'm a passionate man, you feel me? I just don't know what to do with that passion. But I find passion in the dumbest shit. Like weed, bro. I love that shit. I'm high as fuck right now. Like, I love that shit, man. But, like, you know, like, I just like the science behind it and all that, you know what I'm saying? And I just need help stop trapping, man. Like, because, like, you know, I can't do that shit. Like, I'm in college, right? I gotta get,
Nice.
man, I don't know what to do, man. I don't know how to stop.
You're in college. That's a great track.
Yeah, you're right, man. I do appreciate that. You're right. I mean, it's a community school, little like, not a smart school or nothing, but I'm still in that bitch, you know what I'm saying? I'm a 21-year-old sophomore dude. I got in there late as hell.
Nice.
What do you study in college?
I'm a communications major, man. Like, I'm just good with talking to people and all that. So, you know, like, I'm a confident man. So I just, you know what I'm saying? I feel like communications was best for me. And nice. I talk my way out of a lot of dumb shit. Like, I remember this one time, my RA, bro, caught me smoking a blunt in the bathroom. But I talked my way out of that shit because of my communications major, bro. I swear to God. Everybody on my floor thought, like, that was some crazy shit. Like, I was dead ass, bro. I rolled a blunt in the bathroom, bro. And I'm like, you know what, man? Like,
why'd you want to smoke it in the bathroom?
I don't know, dog. You feel me? This is one of them days, bro. I was having a good day. I'm like, you know what, bro? Fuck it. I'm gonna roll right here.
So the question is,
yeah,
how can this man take? Because here's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
You claim to have a passion for drugs, a passion for weed. Okay,
yeah,
and you're like, I don't want to, and you're like, but look, the trap life, there's many cons to it, you know, anxiety over getting caught and whatnot. But I believe, what's your name, sir?
My name is Milk. I'm a
Milk. Milk. I believe if we were to, and we'll do this, if we were to examine your passion for weed, we could find that it is not weed itself that you are passionate about, but yet something even deeper than that, and that you can explore that passion by different means. For example, maybe you're just passionate about, talking to people, being a man about town, being a bon vivant, and that's what a weed dealer does. You know, when I was in college, when I was in high school, I was friends with a lot of weed dealers, and they would always be on their way places, and always hanging out with a bunch of different people, and I always thought that was cool.
Like,
you know,
that's how I am, bro.
That's how you are. But there's ways for you to be that kind of dude without trapping. You know what I mean?
But man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I love the lifestyle, man. Like, I love it, dog. Like, I feel like a rock star for real. Cause like, man, like when you making a good amount of money, but also like people know you as that, but like you become cool with your people that you be dishing to, bro. You get some real ass friendships from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Like, doing what I do, bro, it just gets me places. Like,
Chaz and I are both looking at each other, I assume, because of this idea that those are real friendships. Because, you know, I'm sure. Listen, from talking to you for 2 seconds. From talking to you for 2 seconds, I'm sure these people love hanging out with you. But, you know, I just again, I just think there's better ways for you to make these real friendships.
So, but you like the, I guess, the popularity of it almost, like the recognition.
Low-key, I do a little bit. I just like weed, dog. I just love that shit.
Okay,
like,
we'll go back to the weed,
dog. Cause I just like when I be smoking like a nice fresh like blunt. Like I could write some essays and shit. I be cleaning. You feel me? Like, bro, I just be productive and shit. And it just helps me, bro. Does
the state you live in have legal weed?
Hell yeah, I'm in Boston.
All right, that sounds like there's plenty of leads there.
Yeah, why don't you just get a job in legal weed?
Man, because I'm still in college. That's why I think. And I don't even know where the hell I would even start. Like, what the hell would I even do?
You can talk to people. A lot of companies don't know how to talk to people. You probably have a good clientele. You could bring them over to whichever dispensary. Be like, look, I got these many people buying from me, or whatever.
Sure, you could take what your you can bring your clientele,
and then that will get you up higher in that company. They're like, Milk, you're bringing in so many clients. Like, we got to talk to our marketing team.
Although I'm going to assume most of your clients can't legally buy weed.
That's the case, yeah.
Man, hell no. That's why I do it.
Okay, I forgot.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
That, like,
okay, all right. So look. You're on a track, right? So how old are you?
I'm 21. About to be 22 in February.
Okay. All right, you're on 21. You're just old enough to smoke weed. You're old enough to get a job smoking weed. Why don't you go to every I honestly think you're like the kind of, you know, like in sitcoms where you just like get a job because you were just at a place and someone was like, "Hey, kid, you would be good at," like, you seem like the kind of guy that happens to. So why don't you just go to all the different weed stores in Boston and just smooth talk your way into a job?
Low key, you're not motherfucking wrong. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Like I be doing DoorDash on the side for the summertime. You know, like just casual shit, just to make a little bit of bread. And I meet like some of these dudes
Pizza
from like
trapping.
some of these fast food restaurants, and I get free food from them all the time because they're my bros and shit. Like I feel like that's low key communication major, but also I feel like I'm low key cool guy to be around type shit.
I'm not.
You know, like I think that's a good idea. I think you're right.
I'm not worried about your ability to get a job. I'm not worried about you at all. I think you're set up.
Well, yeah, dude. Think about it a little bit more, and good luck, I guess.
Is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go, Milk?
Damn, I ain't gonna lie, man. Just love one another, man. Like I think, like everybody just love one another. Be open to people, and if y'all need help with shit, man, go call somebody or talk to a therapist or some shit, because Debbie Gecko and the guest, man, y'all got that shit on, man. Y'all cool as hell,
Thanks,
man.
Thanks, dude.
But yeah, no problem, dog. No problem. I love spreading love and positivity type shit. So yeah, that's it. That's all I'm saying to the people on the computer, man. I love y'all, dog. I've been watching for a long time, and I watch these all the time in my car.
Nice.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Milk. Good luck. I'm not worried about you. I think you'll get a gig soon enough.
Man. Just be patient.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate that. I think that's what I need, dog.
Take care, brother.
Likewise, dog.
I like that.
All right.
I think you know.
I think that's 1 out of 3. Not bad.
Yeah, I think
maybe 2 out of 3 with
Yeah.
the baby shower.
Yeah.
Just don't
I
bring
think
the guys.
well, if you I don't know how much time you got. You have time for one more?
Sure, let's do one more.
Okay, cool. Let's do one more.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Am I on Therapy Gecko?
You're on Therapy Gecko with Therapy Gecko and Toro y Moi.
Mwah, 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 mwah.
Fuck yes, dude. So my question is, Chaz, how is your meditation practice going?
Oh, lovely. Thanks for asking. Good. I don't do it every day. I don't get a chance to do it every day, but I do sort of tie it into a little bit of like the end of my yoga, which I do daily. So just like flying on planes, sitting in sprinters and stuff like that, you got to stretch all the time. So luckily I have like, I'm already just like set to just sit down for a sec, but, just sitting down just for meditation is super rare. Very rare, super rare.
What kind of meditation do you do?
Breathing. I focus on breathing and learning to sort of, if anything, I'll practice like breath work where you essentially are just, I guess some would say hyperventilate, but you just sort of get your breath hot and out of your body. And next thing you know, you'll start to feel tingling sensation in your hands. You'll start to notice things loosening up or tightening up. Sometimes you'll get what they call T-Rex hands. And you'll eventually probably like start feeling different emotions. It's not exactly meditation, but it's similar results.
It's like holotropic breathing, I think. I've tried it, but it feels so intense. But I guess the impetus for my question was your T-shirt that says "No hesitation for meditation."
Yeah.
And I was really drunk at one of your concerts, and I met you afterwards here in Denver, and you were very gracious, and I highly appreciate you talking to me. And
hell yeah,
your music is the fucking best, man. I fucking love your music so fucking much, and I can't wait for the new album.
Keep going.
Love it.
More nice things about Chaz. Anything else? Keep going.
I've seen you. I saw you at the Bluebird and the Ogden in Denver. I saw you in Boulder when it was snowing super hard.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Anything in return is so fucking sick. I also like the stuff you put on SoundCloud too. There's few artists out there today that are like you, in my very humble opinion. I think you kind of transcend genre, and people look back and they're like, "Oh, Pink Floyd, they're one of the best bands ever." That's you to me, hands down, by far and away. It's
Dude, that's very flattering.
You
Thank
transcend genre. It's crazy, man. Your music touches me. The lyrics are next level. People on Reddit are saying that you've kind of like entered a new era for songwriting, and I would have to agree. I think they were saying that just based off your few singles that you just put out. But yeah, not to be too like music artist interviewee, but yeah, shit's dope.
Wow, thank you.
So fucking good.
No, it's good to hear what the people are saying, and good to hear it's
You're
all
like,
good.
you know what? These callers ain't so bad.
Yeah, I like this. No, that's really flattering. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I gotta start doing something for fans who go to like multiple shows.
Dude, real quick, how's your meditation journey going? You seem like you're trying to get somewhere.
Thanks for asking. It's going pretty good. I've been meditating for about 10 years now.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I focus mainly on my breathing. In the Tibetan tradition, they call that shamatha. That's just breath meditation. I do a lot of like Tonglen, which is it's Tibetan. I believe it's Tibetan for giving and receiving. So you sit down, focus on the breath, and essentially what it is I think about somebody. So I could think about Chaz, and I think to myself on the in-breath, may I receive Chaz's suffering, and then on the out-breath, I send my happiness to him. So
thank you.
That's kind of a good, yeah. So that's a meditation that anybody can do for.
Wait, hold on. So you can sit there and be like, "Let me receive Chaz's suffering." Like, hey, Chaz, you seem like you've been working hard. You seem like you got all this stuff on your plate. Let me take some of it off your plate. Like that's what you're doing. But then doesn't it go to you?
Totally.
I like that.
Well, it's a really good practice to stop thinking about yourself all the time.
Sure,
we're all
I like
sitting
that.
at home. We're
I
all
like that.
we're all stewing in our own bullshit. So it's like, let me stop thinking about myself for a little bit and become a little bit more selfless. and may I receive, therapy Gecko's suffering, and may he receive my happiness. And
Wow.
yeah, it's
so
Tong
nice.
Len. If anybody out there
Tong
wants to
Len.
give it a shot,
I like it.
Yeah, and if anybody else is, thinking about meditating, let this be your sign to even just for 5-10 minutes. It's worth it.
It really is. We don't give ourselves enough time to just do nothing. 5 minutes of doing nothing feels like an hour. It's really nice.
Totally.
It really does.
Yeah, try
That's
to
nice.
with no distractions, nothing like
Yeah.
that. It's crazy. One spiritual leader that I like, his name is Ram Dass, said that I can
be
do
here now.
nothing for anybody else. Yeah, exactly. I can do nothing for anybody else besides work on myself, and y'all can do nothing for anybody else besides work on yourself. And I think that's very apt in today's day and age. And Tong Len goes even deeper, where you can start to think about, Trump or whoever the hell, and then you get really radical in that sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Pray for Trump's suffering.
I've been thinking about ways I can incorporate Donald Trump into my meditation routine. So this is pretty good.
I think I know what you're saying.
Great.
Though. It's, It is funny how that works. It is you really kind of do have to just pray for everybody or think of everyone basically.
Well, goddamn, what's your name, sir?
Oh, my name is Jacob here in Denver, Colorado.
Jacob, I'm gonna. You take my happiness, and I will take your suffering.
Likewise.
I like
I
that.
appreciate it. I appreciate both of you. Thanks for taking my call, and keep up the good work, both of y'all, for real.
Thanks, Jacob.
Take
Thanks
care,
for
man.
the support, man.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
All right. Man.
Well, Toro y Moi, how was your experience being a gecko?
I feel like I don't know if it's like this all the time, but I got the full spectrum.
You really did get the full spectrum. Yeah, you really
we had
did.
knives,
Yeah,
sexuality,
yeah.
drug dealers,
Drug dealers and meditation
baby showers,
and baby showers.
meditations.
You know what? You really did actually get a full spectrum of what this show is like, for sure.
I don't know how you do it. Take on other people's suffering all the time.
I'm happy that I'm happy I can give a little bit of my suffering to Jacob in Denver, Colorado, and I'll take some of his. But he seems like he's chilling.
He sounds like he's doing all right. I do think this is healthy, just to even get this conversation in, or even just talk to you all out there in the airwaves.
I want to give you the chance before we go. Is there anything you want to plug? You want to talk about? You want to tell the folks to check you out on?
I think actually this new record, it's called Whole Earth. It touches on knives, sexuality, drug dealers, baby showers, and meditation. So check it out. September 6th.
Toro y Moi. Check him out. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Chaz.
Thanks for having me.
Therapy Geckos on the line, taking your phone calls every night. Therapy Geckos doing it right, teaching you how to live your life, but it's not real.